Get your brand connected to 35 million readers in India and 2 million in the USA. Global Eye Magazine, the fastest growing Indo-US weekly. Our magazine dives deep into exclusive stories, face-to-face interviews, and key happenings across the USA and India, delivering content you won't find anywhere else. Advertise with Global Eye Magazine and reach highly targeted and influential audience. Contact us to book your ad space.
Hello and welcome to Dr. VGP Talk Show. Hello and welcome to Dr. VGP's podcast that reaches 42 million households, including 2 million households across North America. Today we are here in Washington, D.C., the capital of America, with a very interesting, insightful episode. You're going to meet a classical dancer of 3 decades who started learning the footsteps of dancing with expressions and the sounds of the anklets from the age of 7. Today, she's an accomplished producer, film co-director, and a heroine, featuring and releasing her first full-length film in Telugu, a language in India, which tells the story of the travails and challenges of a dancer who's passing through time and emerges triumphantly in the end with the sounds of bells ringing all the way triumphantly to success from Virginia to Vijayawada. And that is an episode which each of you all will enjoy. This is just a trailer to what you have to see. A full-length 2 hours, 15-minute feature movie releasing for the first time of its kind in India and in America. Meet the one and only Indrani Davuluri, producer and director, a female woman empowerment activist who has brought her life and the life of Indian classical dance fully alive on the screen with her co-director Sri Sairam Pal.
అయినా ఇదంతా నీ డాన్స్ వల్ల అంటే తెలుసా?
నీకు వారం రోజులు ఎందుకమ్మా, 2 రోజుల్లో ఏమైపోతుంది చూడు.
You have your dance, your students.
నువ్వు డాన్సే చేయాలి, నువ్వు ఏంటో ప్రపంచం అంతా తెలియాలి.
జను ధీం 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 జను తకిట దాం జను తకిట దాం 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 తకిట జను ధీం 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 జను తకిట దాం జను తక ధీమి దాం రీ సా కరి సద బరి సద రి సద బగ సద ప సరి గ పద దాం 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 తకిట జను ధీం 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 జను తకిట దాం.
We are here in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., in the month of May, which is celebrated across North America as the Asian American and Pacific Islanders Heritage Month. And we have in this episode featuring an internationally renowned classical dancer from Virginia. She is an acclaimed award-winning filmmaker as well, an entrepreneur with global performances and honors. Meet Indrani Davuluri from Virginia. Thank you so much for joining us today on our show. Yesterday you were awarded in the US Congress as one of the outstanding Asian Americans. And along with her is her director for her Maiden movie, which she produced, Andela Ravamidi. Welcome, Shri Sairam Pale.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, Sairam ji, for joining us. Sairam is one of the independent filmmakers, director. He is also an engineer, works in the water industry. So we are here at Washington, D.C., and we'd like to hear from the ravishing beauty herself. Indrani Davuluri started at the age of 6 and 7 years old dance, and she got professionally trained at the age of 9 years. So for the last 3 decades, you've been practicing and conquering the stage with your dance. So who's your guru, and talk about your early childhood?
My guru is Sri V.S. Ramurthy and Srimati Manjula Ramaswamy. They are a father and daughter duo, and I've started learning Bharatanatyam at the age of 9. And ever since, I have been learning, performing, teaching, doing fundraisers, and now this movie, and also coming out with a movie. It's called Dance Physiology and Injury Prevention in Bharatanatyam Dances.
Wow. For all our viewers, Indrani is an accomplished actress, having acted in full-length feature movies in Kannada, Tamil and Malayalam too.
Yes.
And so this is your first Telugu movie of
It is.
And
very ironical being a Telugu speaking person, but yes, that's the truth.
Right. And Indrani is the producer, the actress, heroine of this movie, aptly named Sound of the Bells, which in Telugu is called Andela Ravamidi. How did you come up with that name?
So, K.S. Viswanath is a huge director.
Yes.
And he has done many movies which are inspiring and with the background of music or dance, classical music or dance. And one of his movies, Swarna Kamalam, has this song. It starts as Andela Ravamidi Padamulada. So this is a movie which has actually inspired me to learn dancing. So as a blessing from him, because we lost him that year that we were...
Which year was that?
So this last year, 2024, we lost him 2024. So we came up with this name.
Wonderful. And the director for her maiden venture is Sri Sairam Pale, who is an independent filmmaker, director. And Sri Sairam is not any stranger to direction. You have also done some indie movies, right? Some independent film movies you've directed and acted too. So tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to be the director of Indrani's Maiden production.
Sure, of course. When I started here, my career into filmmaking with going to film school and taking several workshops. And then I started with short films first, as so does everyone. And then I made a web series in Telugu, which aired in Amazon Prime. It's called Cocktail Diaries.
Cocktail
Diaries.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a mix of different stories of different people on different
short stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they run parallel. So that was my first biggest venture. Yeah, produced by Nakshatra Productions.
So how was Indrani as an actress? You were the director. Was she the director's muse? Or she was difficult to act? Or was she directing the director, being the producer? Tell us.
Yeah, that's the case. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. She has experience. She has done several movies as a heroine, as a main lead previously. So, it was never difficult to direct her, and we just have to give her a page of dialogues and explain her the scene and the scene. We don't have to.
She was a natural actress.
She was.
Oh, thank you.
So even we have like a page full of full length, or maybe 2 pages sometimes length of dialogues, and she did it like within 5 minutes.
Wow.
Preparation.
Wow. having those accolades come from your director,
Yes, it
Sri
means
Sai
a
Ram.
lot. It does.
So tell us, Indrani, how did you get about the resources and the idea of launching your own production? Having worked as a lead heroine in 6 movies previously in different languages, what made you produce Andela Ravamidi?
So I'm a very passionate actress, dancer, and the story was actually spoke to me. And then I was like, yes, I need to somehow get this to the screen, and to do that I needed money, and it was very hard to get a producer on board, so I just dived right in. So that's how I actually became a producer. I was investing first, but then I became the producer next, and with that came all the duties as a producer.
Wonderful. So we'll come to that, your role as a producer, a little later. But tell our viewers, what is the movie about? What's the storyboard? What's the theme, creativity in this
So
movie? What's so special?
Yes, it's a very inspirational movie. There's a lot of drama to it, but it does revolve around an Indian classical dancer. So she is mid-30s. She has already mastered 3 dance forms, and then she wants to master 5. But then there's a lot of pressure to get married, and then she gets married and moves to the US. And from then on, her personal and professional journey to reach her goal of performing 5 dance forms on an international stage. So this is basically the log line of this film. So it checks these boxes of, say, culturally appropriate and a women-oriented subject, and then even education, because it's about different dance forms, and definitely inspirational at the end of the day.
Very interesting. Just hearing you give us the storyboard, it looks like it mirrors your life.
Yeah, to an extent, yes. There has not been much drama in my life, but because it's a movie, it has to be larger than life. So, yeah.
So tell us the 5 dance forms you're talking about. Is it Bharatanatyam, Kathak?
It's Bharatanatyam, Kathak, Kuchipudi, Odissi, and Kathakali.
And Kathakali.
And
Wow, what a
Kathakali.
wide variety of mix.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in action in all those 5 different genres of
You
dance.
will. Yes, you will.
Fantastic. Now, Sai Ram, while you were directing this movie, which is something like a dance drama production never seen before, I don't think there have been 5 genres of dance on a single celluloid screen. This being a full-length Telugu movie featured, what was the most, I would say, fulfilling moment for you as a director in this movie? Could you tell our viewers about it?
Sure.
Was it a one particular dialogue between the protagonists of the movie? Or what was it of? Just give our viewers a little glimpse.
So there are multiple scenes in this movie that are heavy in drama. I would say they took some time in setting them up and filming, but the most interesting or the most fulfilling scene was Indrani, the lead actress Pavani, in all 5 dance forms on a single stage, in a single performance without stopping. It was shot in 2 days.
Wow! Wow!
Continuously, one performer, 5 dance forms with all the crew behind. That was,
Yeah, that was difficult.
Yeah, producer Indrani, could we have a clip of that shown to our viewers now?
Sure, sure.
So right now we are going to go into, and you're going to see what Sai Kumar, the director, says, the most momentous moment in the whole movie, which is going to be released in all the theatres in Andhra Pradesh state and Telangana state. Andela Ravamidi is something to look forward to in the month of September, and you're going to see a glimpse of this just now, where you can see Indrani in all the 5 stages, like dance forms, like Sai Ram described, non-stop. How many minutes was that?
I think it's close to 6.5, 6 minutes. Yeah.
And who choreographed it?
So I choreographed, so the introduction in this movie, my introduction is also a Bharatanatyam number.
Great.
And then the last, just as an just before the climax, is this song of 5 dance forms, which was choreographed by me and Swarna Master.
Swarna Master, okay. And she belongs to Hyderabad?
Yes.
So where was this movie mostly shot?
80% was in Virginia and 20% was in India.
So it's like more or less like an American production of a Telugu
Oh yes,
movie.
it is. Yeah.
And it's a Tollywood movie produced in America. It's
Absolutely.
becoming more and more popular. For you, as a protagonist and the heroine of the whole movie, what was the most challenging time in the whole movie? It's a 2.5 hours movie.
2 hours 15 minutes.
2 hours 15 minutes episode. What was the most poignant moment?
Is this as an actress or as a producer?
First as an actress. We'll
As
come
an
to the-
actress.
Yeah, good question.
Definitely doing the 2-day shoot, because just one artist and continuously performing from morning
Did
to
you change the costumes?
Yes.
Wow.
And the Kathakali did take 2 hours, and you had to stand because they were piling up gunny bags on you, and then it was very heavy and all that. And that was a little difficult because on the stage it's like a go. Even if you're doing like an 80-minute solo recital, you're done and you finished it. But you're doing the same repeatedly, so any movement done repeatedly is injury waiting to happen.
Right.
So, and I did get a lot of injuries those
that
few
right?
days.
Wow.
I did. Apart from that, we did lots of sequences where I did bare feet in 19-degree weather here
In
DC.
Virginia.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it was a lot, but it's all good. I mean, as a dancer, that is the first thing you learn: hard work, and then patience, and then just to take it all and with a pinch of salt. So, yeah.
Saidam, you have directed a lot of short movies, and this was your first full-length feature movie.
I would say yes.
And how different is from a director's perspective when you direct a short movie from a full-length feature movie?
Definitely logistics, and we have so much crew. And we worked on a small crew on this project, but still, it was longer days. The length of schedules was very long. So
Oh yeah, I paid 25,000 for OT
Oh.
overtime.
For the director?
No, for the crew. The director didn't get anything. Poor guy. No, I had we had the DOP Harsh Madishwar, who had come from Texas, and then there was first AC, second AC, then there was Gaffer Grip. The Gaffer had worked, Jimmy James Ray, who had worked on the sets of Transformers and Captain, what was that? The Tom Hanks movie. He worked on that too. So it was pretty experienced people, but
Yeah.
it was a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
For a dancer to become a producer, now tell us explain to our viewers what is the role of a producer. In our minds, we always say producer is the one who finances the movie, and then who keeps making sure the movies are shot on deadline, keeping the purse strings. Explain to our viewers what is the role of a producer.
So this is a low budget movie. So if you were to look at some, a proper way of filming, then there is a producer, and then there is, executive producer, there's an
Correct.
assistant, there's a
Correct.
production
Correct.
executive.
Correct.
But here it is all me.
Correct.
And then there was a production manager. So
You did have a production manager.
I did have a production manager, but they did not do a lot of correspondence and other things.
You did most of the work.
Most of the work was me, so it was like a lot of work, from the insurance for the equipment to the insurance for the lens to rentals to, I even drove a truck.
Wow,
Legacy.
wow.
I locked up after everything was done because there were many different locations we shot it. And I was the last one sweeping it up. People helped me. I'm very thankful for people who have actually helped me. There were a lot of crew who helped me. And then Venu Nakshatram is the one who has done the story screenplay. His house was where we had filmed most of it while we did here. And most of it was like airport, and there were like different function halls or whatever, and then car and outside, and this
That
lots
sounds
of
very
stuff.
interesting.
But that's all production. You forgot about post-production.
Oh, post production is another ball game altogether.
Right.
So that took a lot of our time. I mean, post production happened in in India. So I dubbed there 3 times.
Wow, you had to dub the whole
I dubbed, and I am actually not good at dubbing. So I'm a very claustrophobic person. And
As a dancer, usually they are.
yeah,
And so these type of different hats that you wore is just You know, as a dance form, you come out as a very delicate woman with all the artistic.
Yeah, we are
thing.
like, you know,
and now to go and get on to a hands-on kind of person, rough and driving a truck.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know what?
must have been a wonderful experience.
Yeah,
Have you
absolutely.
grown during this whole production? Have you grown as a woman? Have you feel different at the end of it all?
I have grown as a human being first.
Correct.
And like you're saying, dancers do look like delicate, but we are like swans floating on water, paddling away
Right.
underneath. So that's what we were used to. But it was definitely wearing different hats was very, very difficult. There were times when I cried and sat in the makeup chair.
Wow.
Because I had to cut checks and the money just like, you know, from 70,000, which was supposed to be my investment, it blew up to 250,000.
Wow.
But
Big
obviously it's a short, small budget film, and 250K happens if you're bringing so much of work into it. Just did not know at that time. So yeah, I think I answered your questions.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Sainam, was it a very satisfying experience for you as a director? You were able to put your thoughts on celluloid and bring to life Indrani's story.
Definitely, I mean, the production is one aspect and post-production is another, because we added several layers during the post-production in terms of editing, color grading, sound effects,
Mixing.
and mixing,
Dubbing.
and then the background music.
Right.
Music, all the songs are fantastic. I mean, you will love those.
You had
songs.
original lyrics and original music background score.
Yes.
Who was the
Yeah.
music director for the movie?
He's from Telugu again, Karthik Kodagandla.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did few movies, and some of them went to the festivals as well.
Great.
This is one of his.
Yeah. Saran is talking about international film festivals, and as you can see, Andela Ravamidi has won several awards. Indrani ji, could you tell us what are the awards? You've already picked up more than half a dozen awards, so just go over them for our audience. Where, when, and how did this happen?
So the first one was the best debut film at DC South Asian Film Festival. After that, we won the best woman-made film in India International Film Festival, and then we won the best director, him and I, for Global India International Film Festival. And then after that, we won a special mention at South Asian Florida Film Festival.
Great.
After that, we got a certificate of excellence from Dada Saab Phalke.
Wow,
And,
that's very incredible.
It was beautiful to see my name under Dada Saab Phalke.
Yeah,
It's
right.
I'm very happy. I'm very thankful for these 2 years of hard work. And then the last is we got picked up for Filmfare India.
Wow,
International
that's
Film
huge.
Festival. So,
When
yeah.
was that held?
So the awards, it's an official selection. The award ceremony is on May 27th.
Great. Where, in Bombay or?
Bombay.
Wow, that's a prestigious.
Yeah.
Filmfare is one of the leading magazines of film news in India. It's over 65 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I guess this is like a sister branch of it.
Okay,
Yeah,
for the entire.
not like the gala thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, independent.
So Sainam, you also juggle a professional career, and this is your passion as an independent filmmaker director. Tell us how you juggle both those careers. And what's your next venture?
Yeah, as I try to manage these two jobs, one on the engineering, on the more analytical side of the brain, and the other side is the creative side of the brain. So it's
Very well said. Very well said.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't feel it much effort when shifting the gears. Yeah. So whenever I go into that mode, then I'm in that mode.
Good, good. Talking about shifting gears, you are a vibrant, radiant mother, a lovely wife, a dutiful daughter-in-law. So tell us how you have juggled this challenging time as a producer and heroine. Has your husband Shiva been supportive of you throughout this period? And how did the children react to the mom suddenly coming alive on the screen? I know you've done it before, but tell our viewers, how was it? How challenging, how satisfying, and what was it all
Very
about?
challenging, but I am very thankful to my husband. He has always been extremely supportive. He is Siva Badiprolu, you see him as the presenter. From Yes, he is the one who funded this whole thing.
Thank
So
God.
the support starts from there. And then he supported me not being home when I'm filming or unable to take care of the kids during that time.
How old are your kids and what are their names?
So mine are 12 and 9. Natya is now 12 years old. And Shriya is 9 years old, and both of them acted in this movie as the younger me.
Oh, great!
So it was both of them learned dance from me too.
Oh,
so wherever mommy goes, they go.
You do have a dance school in Virginia where you're training young kids Bharatanatyam dancing. What's it called?
It's called Natyamargam, and this is a Natyamargam production.
Great. You have also received quite a few titles. Could you explain the names of the titles and the meaning of the titles?
Well, I've got a couple of them. So there is Abhinaya Shri, as the name goes, somebody who is good at Abhinaya expression.
Okay.
And then Natya Mayuri, that's another title that they give for, like, Mayuri is a peacock.
Okay.
So the way peacock dances, Natya Mayuri, Natya Kala Bharati.
What
Delhi Puraskar and
Natya Kala Bharati, what's that?
Natya Kala is the art form of dance. Bharati is somebody who is versatile in it. So couple more actually, Outstanding Excellence Award and some Delhi Puraskar. And there are a couple of
I'm sure our viewers are seeing different sides of your expression in our podcast today, and you really come out like. Today, you can see you proud like a peacock, but yet down, they're subscribed to the art and culture and the passion of a dancer. Now tell us, if you're given an opportunity to take 3 people out for dinner, from the past to the present, who would those 3 people be? It'll give our viewers who are your mentors, who are your heroes, something what they would like to figure into.
I would definitely, if you're asking personally, not like somebody who is very famous and I haven't met them.
It could be either or, whatever it is. 3 people you're given a chance, from the past to the present, the living or the past. We'd like to take out dinner. Who would they be?
Well, firstly, I enjoyed my time with my father and I miss him a lot.
Okay.
So with him, there are never-ending conversations, and I think I would really
What's his
love.
name?
His name is Ram Prasad.
Okay.
Davaluri Ram Prasad, and his IQ, he had a very high IQ. And excellent. He was
Were
like
your
a
father's
walking,
pet?
talking. I think we 3 sisters were his pet, and I definitely think he thought I
You're the
was more
youngest or the
outspoken.
eldest?
I'm the middle sister.
Okay.
Nobody cares about the middle sisters. But I had amazing time with my father. He was very adventurous. He taught me how to ride, how to drive, everything, and he was a perfectionist, so pushed me every time. He would just call me and say, name all the chief ministers of all the different states in India, that kind of thing, He was always. So I miss my dad, definitely him. And then I would like to Viswanath Garu. Okay, Viswanath.
Yes,
yeah,
he was a famous dance director.
Yes, he was a famous director. So him. And I would like to take George Clooney, if that's ever possible.
One of the most handsomest men in
the
world, they say.
The screen loves him, so yeah.
So you just heard Indrani Davuluri saying 3 people you should like to take out for dinner. One is her dad, Ram Prasad. Second, of course, is K. Viswanath, the famous director on the Indian Tollywood screen, as well as the South Indian movies, and our very own George Clooney. Yeah. And now tell us, how will you describe yourself in 3 words, 3 adjectives?
Definitely hardworking, passionate, talented.
Great. You just heard Indrani Davuluri, the producer and the protagonist of the beautiful movie Andela Ravamidi, The Sound of Bells. You've seen her, The Sound of Ankles. And you've seen her and heard her and watched this wonderful movie, which is being directed by Sri Sairam Pale, coming to hit the screens across Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and also here in the diaspora in America. You'll see in the month of September and beyond. Do not miss it and hear more from us. Concluding this wonderful podcast with us, we'll request Sairam Pale, do you have any advice, any message to our viewers about how to be a director, life in general, anything? Please tell our viewers.
Sure, I don't have anything much to add, but just say, follow your dreams. You have only one life, So do what your heart pleases.
Very well said. Very well said. And now we'll request Indrani, your closing message to our viewers. I'm sure we're going to have you back on our podcast with all the number of accomplishments you're doing. I think your life and journey in this celluloid world is just beginning. Would you agree with me, Sarah? She has a long way to go. So tell our viewers what message you'd like to give.
Well, two things. First is there is no time like now. So do whatever you want to do now. Like right now, get up and start doing. It's the journey, not the success or not the end of it. It's the journey that matters. And then as a dancer, I would implore all you people to help and to push kids to learn these art forms. They should not die. We should try to keep them living.
Great. Thank you so much, Sairam and Indrani ji, for joining us. And I think, like Sairam said, follow your dreams. And like Indrani, the vibrant producer and actress, said, do whatever you have to do it now. Great.
അമേരിക്കയിലെ വംശീയ വൈവിധ്യം ആഘോഷിച്ച് ഷിക്കാഗോയിൽ ശ്രദ്ധേയമായ ഒരു കലാസന്ധ്യ. അമേരിക്കൻ മൾട്ടി എത്നിക് കമ്മീഷൻ ഒരുക്കിയ കലാസന്ധ്യ ഏറെ ഹൃദ്യമായി. അതിൽ നിന്നുള്ള കാഴ്ചകൾ കാണാം ഇനി. അമേരിക്കയിലെ വംശവൈവിധ്യത്തിന്റെ ആഘോഷമാണ് വർഷം തോറും ഷിക്കാഗോയിൽ അരങ്ങേറുന്ന എമെക് ഗാല. അമേരിക്കൻ മൾട്ടി എത്നിക് കമ്മീഷൻ ഒരുക്കുന്ന ഈ ശ്രദ്ധേയമായ സാംസ്കാരിക വിരുന്നിന്റെ 14-ാം ലക്കമായിരുന്നു ഈ വർഷം. 38 രാജ്യങ്ങളെയും സംസ്കാരങ്ങളെയും പ്രതിനിധീകരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടുള്ള ചടങ്ങാണ് ഷിക്കാഗോയ്ക്കടുത്തുള്ള നേപ്പർവില്ലിൽ അരങ്ങേറിയത്. കോൺഗ്രസ്മാൻ ഡാനി ഡേവിസിന്റെ നേതൃത്വത്തിൽ അരങ്ങേറുന്ന ഈ ചടങ്ങ് ഡോക്ടർ VJ പ്രഭാകറിന്റെ സംഘാടന മികവിന്റെ വിജയം കൂടിയാണ്. വിവിധ രാജ്യങ്ങൾ ഒരുക്കിയ കലാസന്ധ്യയായിരുന്നു പ്രധാന ആകർഷണം. അറൌണ്ട് ദ വേൾഡ് ഇൻ 60 മിനിറ്റ്സ്. വൈവിധ്യമാർന്ന സംസ്കാരങ്ങളെ സമന്വയിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ടുള്ള ശ്രദ്ധേയമായ ഈ പരിപാടിയോടെ ചടങ്ങിന് തുടക്കമായി. കൊറിയൻ പെർക്കഷനിസ്റ്റ് ചാൻസു ലീ, പോളണ്ടിൽ നിന്നുള്ള നൃത്തങ്ങൾ, നമ്മുടെ സ്വന്തം ബോളിവുഡ് ഗുങ്കുരു ഡാൻസ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ്, പിന്നെ റഷ്യ, ഫിലിപ്പീൻസ്, ചൈന, മെക്സിക്കോ, അങ്ങനെ നമ്മുടെ സ്വന്തം മോഹിനിയാട്ടവും അരങ്ങേറി. വൈവിധ്യം നിറഞ്ഞൊഴുകിയ ഒരു കലാസന്ധ്യയാണ് ഷിക്കാഗോയിൽ നടന്നത്. ഇതാണ് അമേരിക്കയുടെ മുഖമെന്ന് കോൺഗ്രസ്മാൻ രാജാ കൃഷ്ണമൂർത്തി അഭിപ്രായപ്പെട്ടു. കലാസന്ധ്യയ്ക്കൊപ്പം വിവിധ രംഗങ്ങളിൽ മികവ് തെളിയിച്ചവരെ പുരസ്കാരങ്ങൾ നൽകി ആദരിച്ചു. ഏഷ്യനെറ്റ് ന്യൂസിന്റെ ആലൻ ജോർജ് മീഡിയ ചെയറായി ഈ പരിപാടിയുടെ ഭാഗമായി. അമേരിക്ക ആഴ്ചയുടെ ഈ ലക്കം ഇവിടെ അവസാനിക്കുകയാണ്. നമുക്ക് വീണ്ടും കാണാം അടുത്ത ആഴ്ച. അതുവരെ നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Dear viewers, elevate your business to new heights and reach 35 million potential customers with Global Eye Digital. Contact us today at globaleyedigital@gmail.com or info@globaleyedigital.com. Let's take your business global.